What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today, we'll be doing another Madden Mobile episode, Seasons Edition this time. So if you enjoyed, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss another thing. It is, well, appreciated. Now, what was I going to say? Hold on, let me just save this real quick. I'm just trying to get something up real quick. I need to save this. Alright, so, Season 3 coming out tomorrow. This is Friday. Well, tomorrow's Friday, but today's Thursday. It's November 4th. And these are players you could get. Thursday Night Football's about to start. It's like 7 o'clock. It's like an hour away still. These are the team of the week for Week 8. Aaron Donald, Deion Jones, A.J. Brown, Ethan Pulick, Dallas Goedert, and Tyler Bass. I have 3 of those players on my team. Deion Jones, Ethan Pulick, and Tyler Bass. So that's good for me. Let's claim these real quick. Yeah, we lost again. Lol. Let's do this. And let's see the team. So we got a 107 overall offense, 111 defense, 112 special teams. I'll show you why the special teams went up in a second. Now, last week, I'm sorry, I forgot to put a predictions video, and I'm also not doing a review video. That's going to be like an all-in-one review from last week and a predictions for this week. That way I don't have to deal with putting another video out because, well, school is pretty, it's pretty tough. It's not tough, but it's a lot of work. And I'm gonna try to post more. Like, I might post on Saturday or probably Saturday, cause I actually have nothing to do because I have no games this weekend for Veterans Day or whenever that is, for whatever the reason is. I don't know what the reason is, but I think Veterans Day is next week though. But it's whatever. So I'm probably gonna post a video for Season 3 on Wednesday. So that's that. And this is what my offense looks like. I have Joe Burrow. I need to take him out real quick. His thing wore out. So I'm going to put Tom Brady in there. So I need to delete this real quick. Now I'm going to go here to do that. Actually, we can do this. Alright. Our running backs are the same, I believe. Aaron Donald, it's a fullback in there, 105 overall. Our tight ends are the same. Receivers are still... I actually got Mike Evans to a 2-star. That's another thing. And I have J.C. Horn as well, but I'm not going to play him. I got Michael Thomas as well, 2-star. We got Trent, the offensive line, besides Ethan Pulick, who I put in because of the team of the week. Besides him, the rest is still the same. So 101 offense. The defense side, I gotta switch Marlon Humphrey out real quick. He's also 2-star caliber. Let's put Xavier Rhodes in. Let's switch Julio over here. Let's put Jair Alexander here, and let's leave that. Let's lock. And then we switch, let's switch you here. No, we'll keep that there. And then is Tyrann Mathieu better? Yes. And I don't know why that is. He's here, but we're putting Tyrann Mathieu in because why not? And also we got Brian Dawkins from the Most Feared. The event finished yesterday. I finished the last one, and I got Brian Dawkins. So that's pretty cool. He's only gonna go 1-star, unfortunately. Our line's still the same. We put Deion Jones in again because of the team week. I also have Mike Evans here, but that'll be for next week. I just need to check that. Oops. DeMarcus Lawrence, Kenny Clark, those are still the same. And the rest, yeah. And the special teams, I put Tyler Bass in there because team of the week. Hunter Renfro's 3 stars, which is absurd. That's the most he'll go, though. Jack Fox, we got him as a punter. Yay, I guess. And we got Kyler Murray as a punt returner, aka the two most useless positions in this game. Unless if actually punter might be most useless because at least with seasons and stuff like that, you can use punt returner. So that's good, I guess. Although really competitively, you really don't need any of those. I think kick returner really important. Probably one of the more underrated positions on the entire Madden team. But let's get to the seasons episode. Um, so let's get out of here. Let's go. Here's Colts series week. I don't know what week this is. This is like week 5. I still can't believe we lost last week. That I don't know what was on my head. But yeah, so and speaking of last week, week 8 football. Oh boy, this is gonna go so well for me because I know how many of these predictions I got wrong. I know it. So the first game we have is Thursday Night Football, of course. I'll play this while we talk. We have the Packers and the Cardinals. I had Arizona winning because, well, Green Bay was playing without basically all their receivers minus Randall Cobb. The rest were just like practice squad signings and whatever. And out of nowhere, they came to life. They played well. They won 24-21, giving up basically. Even though this team was 6-1 coming into this, they upset. They were big underdogs, and they upset the Cardinals. And that's pretty. I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you're gonna expect stuff like that. And speaking of Aaron Rodgers, he found himself on the COVID/reserve list for testing positive for COVID-19. And supposedly, he said he was vaccinated, he was immunized, something like that, in August. And most people thought that meant that, well, he was vaccinated. He went through most of the team facilities with no mask, to the media conferences with no mask again. And he was, of course, Halloween party, and he got COVID, probably from the party. And yeah, they found out that he's supposedly now unvaccinated. So I don't know what side's what. I don't think he's I'm pretty sure he's not vaccinated, knowing Aaron. But now the NFL's investigating, and this could be some serious fines for the Green Bay Packers, because unvaccinated players in the NFL have to have masks on in team facilities and whatever. At least the NFL says, and then the rest is up. And they're also not allowed to be outside of the team facilities. They can't gather with anyone or anything like that. And then the rest is up to the team and whatever. So yeah, that could be big. That's big there. Also, Devontae Adams comes back from COVID-19, and all those other receivers, Alan Lazard and all that. Marcus Valdes-Scantling probably will come back too. And yeah, Green Bay's got. Well, I'm gonna talk about the predictions later, but so I'm just gonna continue because this is gonna be a lot of stuff I need to break down. Next up, we got the Panthers and the Falcons. I had Atlanta winning this, and in typical Falcons fashion, they lost 19-13 against a Panthers team that, well, hasn't won in. I think this is their first win since week 3, if I'm not mistaken. And I genuinely mean that. Yes, this is their first. They've been on a 4-game losing streak. I mean, that's a typical Falcons thing, but yeah, I mean, it's whatever. That's 0-2. That's a bad, like, really bad start to this for week 8. This, I'm going to be honest, this was not a good week for me in anything. Not fantasy, predictions. The only positive thing, I'll talk about it later. I'll talk about the positive thing later. Next up, we have the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. I had Indianapolis beating Tennessee, and oh boy, was I wrong. I mean, it was a close game. The Titans had a good lead to start, but they blew it. And the Colts, while both teams played pretty well. The Titans are somehow 6-2, which I'm still just as shocked as you are, considering how bad this team was they looked this season. And yeah, 6-2 though, that's impressive. 34-31 OT win for the Titans. Once again, I am 0-3. This is the worst. I'm pretty sure this is the worst start I've had this entire season in terms of predictions. This might be the second time I get under 500, which sucks. Also, FYI, Ravens and Raiders are on a bye this week, so if you don't hear them mention, well, I mean, most of you probably know that they're on a bye, but just in case you didn't know, now you know. Next up, we have Dolphins-Bills. Finally a W. This was an easy one. I got the Bills winning this. And Bills won 26-11. Unfortunately for me, I had Emmanuel Sanders on my fantasy lineup, and he put up a grand total of 0 points. Wow. Drew Brees put up as many points as he did, and he's retired. Eli Manning put up as many points as him. I put up as many points as Emmanuel Sanders did. That's sad. Anyone that does not play anyone basically that's not in the NFL got as many fantasy points as he did. I mean, at least he didn't get negative points, because that would have been really sad that someone like me got more points than that's crazy. But it was a pretty sloppy win, I'm going to be honest. Both teams played really bad. It was a really slow start, 3-3 coming out of the half. Yikes. That's the word, yikes. And the fourth quarter saw some scoring, but besides that, there wasn't really much. This was a pretty boring game in terms of, in general. I mean, the defense it was just bad all around. The defense was somewhat decent, I guess. But I can't even really say that much. Anyways, next up is our upset of the week, and also the reason why I won't be winning money from ESPN. Yay. I love losing money in ridiculous fashions. The worst part was, it's to the team that I hate the most. That's the New York Jets. Oh boy, how they come to haunt me in some way or another. I had this as my lock of the week. I had the Bengals winning. We all know what happened. The Bengals had a 10-point lead late in the third quarter, and the Jets came back, and they won 34-31. And I lost. I was doing so good, My only close call was the 2 games against the Lions, the Ravens, and the Rams games. Besides that, everything else was like a blowout win for the team that I picked. And I had faith in the Bengals. I don't know why they choked. 5-3. Yay. Oh boy, this is not good. This is a bad look on this Bengals team that looked like the team to beat in the AFC. But, just like the Titans, this has gone to absolute, just trash. But, good for the Jets. They finally got a win. That's, not Tennessee, a team that only loses to bad teams, a.k.a. the Tennessee Titans. Why is my guy running backwards? Why is Naheem Hines running backwards? I don't know. I have the lead. I don't care. Let's try to not run the clock out. Let's try to get a field goal range for this clock. So, yeah, I am 1-4. Wow, this is pathetic. And it just gets worse because the next game is the Steelers and the Browns. I had the Browns. Did I have the Browns winning? Yeah, I had the Browns winning, of course. And they won. Just kidding, they lost. Both teams played horrible. This was an embarrassment on both sides. I don't know how. I want to be honest. I don't know how on earth the Steelers are 4-3. They should be worse. The Browns should be worse than 4-4. Both of these teams have been very depressing. I mean, the Steelers, we kind of expected this. I mean, we thought they were going to be a lot worse. But both teams are pretty depressing. Yikes. And, maybe my take that they would win the Super Bowl in 5 years, it looked ridiculous at first. Then I was called a genius and a wizard. And then now it looks like an absolute joke. I just made a joke of myself with that prediction. I mean, hot takes are supposed to be like that. You make yourself look foolish, and you pray that you make that other person look even stupider by calling you foolish, and then it actually comes out to what you wouldn't expect it to be. Then that happened, so I don't think the Browns might not make the playoffs, if I'm being honest. I really don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I don't know how I have them 7-1 in my predictions. I really don't. So I am 1-6. This is amazing. It's an amazing time. Actually, I'm wrong. I'm 1-5. Oh boy, I love sucking. Next up, we have the Eagles and the Lions. This should have been my pick of the week. I don't know why I didn't pick this. There was another game that I was really debating about which one to pick. This was one of them. I could have had the Eagles winning. I thought it was too risky because, well, it's the Eagles, but they won 44-6. And this next game was pretty much a beating for the entirety of the game, besides like the fourth quarter. But 44-6, yikes! And for whoever said the Lions were gonna upset the Eagles, you're an absolute idiot, because I saw this obliteration coming from a mile away. I don't know why I didn't pick them. I only picked the Bengals because I knew they were playing the Jets. Like, come on, you can't bet against. You have to bet against the Jets. Who doesn't? But I knew this game was going to be a blowout from a mile away, and whoever said the Lions were going to win, geez, you need to go to the doctor. You really need to get checked. And I don't know why this wasn't my lock of the week. This should have been. You know what else should have been my lock of the week? Not this game coming up because, well, I already used the Rams. I had the Rams beating the Texans 38. Well, the Rams did beat the Texans 38-22. This was a blowout. It was 38-3, and then the fourth quarter, the entire team stalled, and the Texans scored 17 unanswered points. Actually, more like 20, no, like 19 unanswered points. And yeah, that happened. So 3-5. We're back in it. We got 2 wins. Next up, 49ers Bears. I got the 49ers winning. They won. Also 33-22. And it's pretty surprising that the Bears got 22 along with the Texans. This shows how bad, and the Bears are just the most dysfunctional team. They need to fire their coach. They need to rebuild again. And for those who are saying Matt Nagy is the worst head coach in the NFL right now, I disagree. That actually might go to Mike Zimmer, if I'm being honest. I don't know. I just don't like the way Mike Zimmer is doing. And I also wouldn't say Dan Campbell. I can't say him yet because, I mean, this is like one of the worst. This is the worst team in the league. What am I saying? What am I debating about if it is or not? This is the worst team in the league. As much as I hate on the Jets so much, the Lions are the worst. They're way worse than the Jets. The Jets could blow this team out. And, I mean, it's the Jets. Like, if you get blown out by the Jets, then that says something about your team. And, yeah. Also, I just realized I'm losing 15-8. Oh, no. And, I mean, the Dolphins are a lot worse. Jeez, I don't even know anymore. This season's been crazy. So yeah, that's a 3-game winning streak. I'm 4-5. Next up, we have the Patriots and Chargers, and oh boy, they're turning to the Seahawks. Every time I go against them, they make me look like a fool, pull off an upset, and then when I do go for them, they get absolutely shitted on by the opponent. And in this case, the Patriots take on the Chargers in Los Angeles, which the last time that happened, the Patriots literally smacked the living daylights out of Los Angeles, beating them 45-0 in an empty SoFi Stadium. I mean, it still was empty. And there was actually a good amount of people that are Patriots fans. And considering they're on the other side of the country, yikes. I mean, most of them are probably just from the LA area because you have Pats fans all around. Hopefully they're real. I mean, they probably are because the fake ones have left for Tampa, and yeah. So, I got that prediction wrong. It's the first time I went against the Patriots this season, and oh boy, it cost me dearly. Oh boy, I am 4-6 now. Whoop-de-doo, with 5 games left. I can't wait to see if I go over or under 500, because there's no in between right now. Next up, we have the Jags and the Seahawks. This also was my debate. This was my runner-up for Lock of the Week. I had the Seahawks winning. They won 31-7. This should have been a shutout, really. I don't know how the Jags even scored a touchdown. I don't even know how they scored in the first place. If it was 31-3, I would still be surprised on how they scored a field goal and all that. But the Seahawks, Jesus, Geno Smith, they lost to Geno Smith. Oh my God. The Jags are still without a win in America since the week 1 of last year against dang gummit and the Cowboys. The Cowboys, the Colts. And yeah, I am 5-6. Next up, we have Bucs Saints. This one I had a feeling that this might have happened, but I didn't really think much of it. And now to say that I put the Bucs to win, the Saints, Jameis Winston out with a torn ACL. He's out for the season. Yikes. Trevor Siemian coming in. I don't know what it is with backup quarterbacks. Also, I forgot to mention, Mike White had an amazing game, an amazing debut against the Cincinnati Bengals. I completely forgot to mention that. I'm sorry, Mike White, but you played like a beast. That was impressive. And coming from a Patriots fan, that was a good game. Great job to you. And same goes for you, Trevor Siemian, against the reigning Super Bowl champions, against Tom Brady, 36-27. And I knew Tom Brady threw a pick in the last few minutes that wrapped the game up, but still, a win. And the Saints are coming for that NFC South title. And they look for real. And for all the people, including myself, who said that they wouldn't be so good without Drew Brees, a lot of people had them going 5-12 this year. I had them going around 7-10, 9, not 8, like 8-9. I had them going around 500. But 5-2, they're only half a game behind the Bucs and the NFC South, who are at 6-2. So this is a really good showing from the New Orleans Saints. So hopefully they can keep up because they're a good team. They have a really good defense. Their offense is producing, and let's see if that was a one-game fluke or if Trevor Siemian actually might be the real deal. Spoiler alert, he probably won't. Let's just kick a field goal because why not? So with that, I go to 5-7. Yay! Next up, we have Washington and Denver. I had Washington winning this, and they proved me wrong again. Denver wins 17-10. This was a pretty boring game from two teams that were, overrated. Well, the Washington football team was overrated. The Broncos were just, they only good against bad teams. Only if they could play the Jets every week, that would be nice for them. But, a win's a win. They got a win against a team that should have been dominating the NFC East along with the Cowboys. But, yeah, that's certainly not going to happen. And speaking of the Cowboys, next up we have the Cowboys and the Vikings. Last minute, Dak didn't play. And, Cooper Rush was sent in. And just like Mike White and Trevor Siemian, they dominated. 20-16. They're playing against primetime Kirk Cousins, which is like the worst unless if he's going against the Bears. How did I miss that field goal? But yeah, that's that. I had the Cowboys winning and they won easily. I am now 6-7, right? 6-7? Is that really? I hope that's no way that he just did that. Brayden Cooks, what the heck happened? No freaking way. Let's see how that happened. So I had a blitz, right? A pass. It's an easy cut route. Oh boy. Bad. Oh man. So let's see, I had one game right. I had 2 games, 3 games, 4 games, 5, 6 games. 6, and how many wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I can't get it. I'm gonna be under 500. And the next one, Giants Chiefs. I had this being a really close game. I really was debating if I was gonna really pick the Giants over the Chiefs, but they're playing in Arrowhead. Well, whatever the new name is, what was it, GCH? Or something like that, GEHA field at Arrowhead, but it's still Arrowhead in my head. It will always be Arrowhead Stadium. And now I need a score right here. Let's go, Devontae Smith. Yes. So the Chiefs won 2017. Yay. So with that being said, I am... What's my record? I already forgot. 4, 5, 6, 7 to 8. That's not the best, necessarily. I really wish it was better. Oh my god, timeout. There should be a button here to time out, so I don't have to pause the game and lose a second. Do I go for field goal? Yes. I cannot risk the... Oh, jeez, they're gonna ice the kicker. I mean, I already called a timeout. What was the point of that? This kick from Rodrigo Blankenship, who's on the IR right now, is good! We are going to overtime. Yes, baby. And we get the ball first. Kickoff here from Fairbairn. I'll go over predictions. I'm going to go over predictions now, I think. So, yeah, 7-8. That's my second time this week that I've gotten 7 wins and under 500. Ouch. And also, I went 3-4 this week in fantasy. The first time ever that's happened. Yeah, I'm bummed. I'm really, really bummed. That I don't know how. If it wasn't for Emmanuel Sanders, man, I would have gotten 4-3. I would have at least won one of those games. Because I lost by, 5 points. Literally, all Emmanuel Sanders had to do was score 1 TD, even if it was a 1-yard touchdown. That, I don't really care, bro. Just make it in, man. Make it in. And also, Kyler Murray cost me in 2 or 3 leagues. So, yikes. And I even played my team. My opponents weren't even that good. Only one of my team, because they scored 157. But the rest were pretty garbage. The next highest, I think, was 120. Which, yeah, I did pretty bad this week. Really bad. So, these are my predictions for week 9. This is fresh. I'm just making these off my top of my head right now. And there's a lot of interconference matchups. To be specific, there are 8 interconference matchups. Oh boy, that's a good lot. 4 AFC and only 2 NFC versus NFC matchups. Along with 4 NFC teams on the bye. Those being the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the football team, the Lions, who really need that bye even though they're still going to lose, and the Seahawks. Now, which also gives Russ and Chris Carson time to recover. And what a turn by Taylor. What a turn. I'm gonna run the clock out. So we start with Thursday Night Football, which starts in an hour. Jets, Colts. I'm gonna have the Colts winning this. I think the Jets will put up a great fight, but I just don't see the potential here. I do think the Colts will barely edge out. Carson Wentz is going to lead this team to victory. Rodrigo Blankenship for the win. It's good. Your Indianapolis Colts win 25-22. Next up, we go to the other three AFC matchups. We have the Cleveland Browns and the Bengals. This one's... Oh, why is there an ad? I don't care. Bryden Smith is listed as out for 6 weeks. Bro. Nah, you're crazy, bro. 6? Our offensive line is screwed. And I genuinely mean that. Wow. Kenny Moore's recovered. Thank the Lord for that. Thank you, Kenny Moore. Alright, that's some good stuff. Alright, well, our next game is against 49ers. Let me just get out of here. Damn. Alright, we gotta do this fast. I don't know if I should pick the Browns. I'm gonna pick the Bengals here. They have a better team. They're gonna bounce back after that humiliating loss to the Jets. Boom. Houston, Miami, jeez, that's going to be tough. Tyrod Taylor could be for his first game. I'm going to pick Houston or Miami. This is tough. I think Tyrod Taylor will shine He's gonna win. Next up, we have Buffalo and Jacksonville. I'm gonna go Buffalo. I said Buffalo. Jesus. Next up, we have the Broncos and the Colts. I'm gonna pick Dallas. I said the Colts, the Cowboys. My goodness. Las Vegas and the Giants. I really don't know who's gonna win that. I genuinely don't know. Also, I don't think I'm gonna get Ray Lewis, man. Sucks. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna get Ray Lewis. Las Vegas, the Giants. I'm gonna pick the New York Las Vegas Raiders.